Hi, this is a video to demonstrate the expand command inside the Savu configurator. And first of all, I've created a process list, which I'll display using the disk command. And that consists of a loader plugin and external loader to load our Nexus file data. And by default, if we look at parameter 1, the preview parameter is an empty list. That means it's going to load all of the data. If we just want to process one slice of data or a subsection of data, this is where we're going to specify it. And the input should be in the style of Python slicing notation. So not everyone is familiar with this, and I'm going to try to explain how you could use the expand command to show you how you're selecting the sections of data you want to process. So if I type expand1 for the first plugin and external loader, it's going to show me exactly the same value. It didn't change the value, it just changed the display. So now you can see the preview parameter with one dimension and start, stop, step values. And it's empty because it's still the default value of an empty list. Okay, so what if I want to change the value? So if I type modify 1.1 dimension 1, I can change the start, stop and step values. And the way this works is I enter a starting value, for example index of 0, starting with the first slice, and I use a colon to separate the range values, so the stopping value comes next, and I could stop at item 10, and by default the step value will be 1, but if I want I can use another colon to separate the range values and create a step of 2. And what it's done there is it's changed the start value, the first in the range, to 0, the stopping value to 10, and the step value to 2. And what that means is it will start at the data at index 0, continue until data item 9 with a step of 2. So it will start with 0, continue to 1, select item 2, continue to 3, select item 4, etc. Now this can be a bit difficult to get your head around at first, but hopefully it will make a bit more sense as you start to use it. So if I just want to change one of these, I can type again mod 1 for the first plugin, 1 for the preview parameter, dimension 1 and another dot, and here I can type start or stop or step and enter my value, and that will change. You can see it's just changed the last value here. So what if my data is not one-dimensional? So now I can type expand 1 for the first plugin and external loader, and now I can enter the number of dimensions. So if you forget what to enter here, if you type expand-h for help, it will show you which arguments it accepts. So the plugin position and the number of dimensions of your data. Because you're only telling Savu the data path at runtime, it's not going to know the size of your data at this point, which is why the expand command is going to help you lay that out. So if you know it's 3 dimensions, you can type expand 1, 3. And now it's added 2 more dimensions, and it's kept my first values. So what if I want to select one slice of the data at the middle slice? So if I modify 1, the first plugin, 1, the preview parameter, and change dimension 1 to select all of that data, it will reset to empty. And then maybe I want to say modify the second dimension to select slice 76. So now we'll see the starting value is modified to 76, and that's going to select all of the data in the first dimension, the 76th item in the second dimension, and all of the data in the third. Other keywords which can be used here are mid to select the middle slice, start to select 0 for the first index and the first item of data, and end to select the last item of data. But what it's important to be aware of is that with the slicing notation, the stopping item is not always saved or selected inside that range. For example, if I type modify 1.1.dimension2 and start with 0 and end with 2, by default there's a stepping value of 1, and it will start at item 0, go along to item 1, and then it won't include item 2 in that list. So you are selecting 2 pieces of data, but it's going to be item at index of 0 and index of 1. So now when I click display all, I'm going to see my whole process list, and you can see, if I scroll a bit further up, it's demonstrated this same display showing my dimension 2 values here. If I don't want to view this expanded view, I can type expand off, and now when I click display all, it should reset and it will show me the original syntax. So this is the Python slicing notation with the colon to select all, and the comma can be thought of as a dimension separator here. And the colons specify the range of data. And by default, the single colon itself selects all of the data, all of the default values for the range.